guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing another story time with you, but this story time is a little bit different than the other story times I have shared. So this story time I actually recorded this morning, but my hair looked absolutely horrible. Like, it doesn't look good right now. It's kind of just like in a bun with a headband on to try and like jazz it up a little bit. But basically my hair has been so oily. I have oily hair to begin with, but I don't think I'm using the right shampoo. So if you're an oily gal like me, please drop your favorite shampoo down below because I'm about to experiment with all these different shampoos. I asked you guys earlier on my Instagram story some suggestions, but I know that some people who watch my YouTube videos don't exactly follow me on Instagram. So I want to ask you guys who are watching this video, if you have any suggestions, please help me out. But this story time is going to be very like maybe TMI. It's also kind of a personal story. So welcome to the story time about my first Brazilian wax. I don't even know why I'm recording this. I just thought it would make for a funny and interesting story time. You guys seem to like the story times that I have been giving you, and I love recording them. I feel like it gives you an insight about me before I was on YouTube. Right now it's about 6 p.m. and I'm retrying to film this video because the last one, my hair just looked like I was a greased rat and it just wasn't a good vibe at all. So I'm going to be going through my personal experience and everything that I did to get prepped for it, having the wax, and like why I kind of decided to get it done. So I honestly never had a want to get this done to my body just because I always saw it like on YouTube or like Cosmo would post something about it, and I was always really scared to get something like that done. But I was competing in Miss Alabama USA and I was going to be wearing a bikini on stage. I figured that it might be a nice thing to go get done and maybe make it like a monthly thing for me to do and kind of like pamper myself, even though it would be probably painful. If you're interested about hearing about my Alabama USA experience, I will be linking that video right here for you to go watch that. And whenever I decided to book the appointment, I realized that it really wasn't even that expensive. It might be to some of you guys. It was $60 for like the first initial one, but it got everything. I figured that it would be worth the money just because they told me whenever I was booking that normally you don't get that much hair grown back. If you keep up with it, you don't have to get it done as often and you don't have to shave or anything. So, you know, I just figured it would be a good experience to get done. So whenever I was going to go get waxed, I knew that I didn't want to go alone because I'm a scaredy cat first off. But like, this is a very traumatizing and scary experience. I don't like being exposed. I don't feel like any of us like being exposed. I texted my friend Taylor, and Taylor is married, and I'm like, oh, she would be the perfect person to ask to go get this bikini wax done, you know, for multiple reasons. So I texted her and I let her know everything. She basically told me that I was crazy, that I didn't need to go, that it's going to be so painful. She was like, you just need to shave. Like, if you just shave, you'll be so happy. Don't even worry about going to get waxed. But in the back of my mind, I knew that I was going to be upset if I didn't at least try it once in my life. And I was like, you know what? If this is the time, so be it. So Taylor told me that she would come with me to get it waxed and that she was going to get it done with me. That was also like kind of in our deal that we were doing, is that like I wasn't doing this alone. Like, I wasn't going alone, I wasn't getting it done by myself. Like, I had to have like a companion. We were a package deal. Literally 2 hours before I walk into the salon, she texts me and she's backing out. She's like, I can't get it done. I'll go with you, but I can't get it done. That is a no for me. So Taylor knew that I didn't want to do it by myself, so she offered up her spot to her sister, like her appointment time. Her sister is a couple years younger than us. So whenever I was booking the appointment and I was looking online and everything, they kind of give you guidelines of what you should do to kind of get prepped for your appointment. So whether that be how long your hair has to be, showering, bathing, lotions, and even taking over-the-counter pain medicine, which I did take. I'm pretty sure like I took like Tylenol or something because I knew that I was probably going to be in some pain whenever I got this done. So let me go ahead and say this, that I normally do all of my hair removal myself. I am not comfortable with any other person kind of touching my body and removing hair. Whenever I was younger, I always went to the like nail salon to get my eyebrows waxed, and my eyebrows got so thin. I would go to the nail salon religiously every single 2 weeks to get my eyebrows waxed because I wanted them to be like pencil lines, okay? Don't know why. There was this one time that my mom forgot to take me to the nail salon or whatever to get my eyebrows waxed, and I got so upset because my hair started growing back like in the middle, obviously because I tried getting it all off. I actually took my razor and just went in the middle of my eyebrows, where my eyebrows were spaced like this. Like, it was just like It was so bad. It was not cute whatsoever. In like the 8th or 9th grade whenever this happened, yes, like I really wasn't in my right mind. And it took me so long to grow my brows out like to where they are now. And ever since then, I knew that I wanted to train myself and do my own research of how to remove my hair by myself, and I didn't have to pay that money and I didn't have to wait for someone to take me. Also, I would break out really bad whenever I did do like my eyebrow waxing. I would always get really red and irritated. It would be so painful. Now that I do my brows non-stop, I literally just have a kit that I buy online. It doesn't hurt as badly really at all. So Tori decided that she wanted to go first. Thank goodness, because I wasn't gonna go first. Like, I just kind of assumed she was going to, like, you know, take one for the team. And it was a breeze for her. I mean, took it like a champ. She literally told me, Lauren, it just feels like a little pull on your skin. It's fine. Like, I feel good. And I'm sitting over here thinking like, oh my gosh, like this is looking pretty hopeful. Like, I don't even know why I'm sweating over here. I got this. I thought that if she didn't feel it, I probably wouldn't feel it either. I did go to a trusted salon though. I have gone to this salon for many different things. That was like my safest bet to do it because I trusted every single worker there. And the lady that was doing the waxing was so nice, so sweet. She was really calm and relaxing and she knew what she was doing. So after Tori got done, it became time for me to get prepared to, you know, get some things removed. And as I was getting prepped, like obviously the lady knew I was nervous. Like I was sweating so bad during this. Like just watching Tori, it like hurt me. Even though she wasn't in pain, it hurt me to see her like have this happen, you know? The lady kind of looked at me and she was like, I don't want to scare you, but you might feel a little bit more pain because you're redheaded. And I just kind of looked at her and I was like, what? Because my hair isn't red. Well, you might think it's red, I don't know. But in certain lighting, certain pictures, different times of like the seasons and the year, my hair does change color. I don't color my hair, but I was born with red hair. Don't really know why. So I do have shades of like strawberry blonde in my hair and you can notice it more outside a little bit. But I mean, it's not like I'm not full on like redhead, you know? So she said that redheads have more of a lower pain tolerance and they have more tender skin where it could irritate them more. And she was just warning me that even though Tori, because Tori has very dark hair, even though Tori might not have felt anything and she was completely fine, that might not be the case for me. I handle pain pretty well, like I will say that about myself. So I got on the table and they used sugar wax, so it wasn't hard wax. So basically I don't really know the main difference. Sugar wax is made from like a sugar mixture, like sugar, water, honey maybe, I don't know, but it's supposed to be like more gentle on the skin. And also good thing about sugar wax is that if you put it down like on your skin and you decide that you don't want to do it, all you have to do is like put like a warm compress on it and kind of just gently wipe it off and it shouldn't be as irritating. Whereas if you did a hard wax, once it's on your skin, girl, it's there. Like it's just chilling. So here I am sitting on the table and she's like, you know, talking me through everything like, hey, I'm about to put the wax on. And I had Taylor beside me holding my hand because obviously like I'm not gonna do this by myself. And as she was putting the wax on, it felt really nice. Like it felt just like really relaxing. I mean, that sounds kind of weird. You know, whenever you wrap yourself like in a warm blanket and you're like, this feels just so nice and relaxing. That's kind of what it felt like. It was just like, oh, this is just warm. Like, how bad could this be? Then the first pull happened. I can't even explain to you the pain that I was in. I couldn't even express that at the time. So you're laying on your back, obviously, and my eyes, waterworks start coming out, but I'm not crying, but it's like my body is crying for me. Like I was too prideful myself to cry in front of these people, but my body's like, no honey, we're crying. Whenever I tell you that these tears kept flowing out of my eyes, I couldn't control them. I honestly could not stop my eyes from crying. It wasn't just like, oh, like my eyes are watering because I'm in pain. No, these were waterworks. Like there were puddles near my ears and like, oh, the tears got all in my ears because I couldn't move, you know, I was just sitting there. The woman felt really, really bad and she was like, do you want me to stop? Like this, is this too much for you? And of course, me being in pain was like, no, I'm fine, I'm okay. Because I'm stupid. The more that she went on doing this, the more it felt like my skin was getting ripped from my body. That is the only kind of explanation that I can give you. You might be thinking that's a very big exaggeration. I'm not kidding. It felt like that. I could feel every single hair follicle being removed from my body. It also felt like she had covered and waxed a lot more of that area than she did. So then there was a problem because the wax wasn't really taking to my hair for some reason. I did everything that they told me to and my hair was long enough for it to grab, but for some reason my hair follicles were either like, I don't know the word she used to describe, but they were very thick and I guess like deep. into my skin where it was really hard for the sugar wax to kind of get it out. At this point, she wasn't even halfway done and I could not stop bawling, and I was just squeezing Taylor's hand, and Tori came to the other side. I was just squeezing Tori's hand. It was just a bad experience, but I couldn't help it. Like, I was such an emotional wreck because of how much pain I was in. So then the waxing lady was like, you know what? I know exactly what you need. Alexa, play Post Malone. I'm sitting over here like, play Post Malone? Like, we're about to listen to some Post Malone right now? And so like the music starts playing and she's like, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite songs. Starts singing it to me, and I'm just sitting over here, just tears flowing down my face, being like, oh my gosh, please make this stop. So from here on out, I cannot listen to Post Malone without being traumatized about what happened to me. Every single time Post Malone comes on, my friends always laugh at me because they know that whole situation, the story that had happened, and they just think it's so funny. I personally don't think it's funny at all. So we're getting through, we're listening to Post Malone, whatever, and she's like, okay honey, I don't mean to scare you again, I just want to let you know that you're bleeding a little bit. And I'm like, I'm bleeding? Like, what do you mean I'm bleeding? She was like, no, where I'm waxing the hair, every single place like where your hair follicle was is bleeding. I haven't seen anyone bleed like this before. God, I honestly just didn't know what to do because I was in so much pain. I could feel the blood on me. It wasn't the woman's fault. It honestly, I think it's just my body. Sometimes my body just likes to revolt and hate me, you know? So once I started bleeding really, really bad thanks to the waxing, she was like, do you want me to finish? And I was like, yeah, like it's fine, you can go ahead. She was like, I want to let you know that we're not even to like the most sensitive part yet, and I have about halfway more to go. Are you sure? Once I heard we had more than halfway to go, pulling it, we're getting out, I'm getting off the table, I'm leaving. Couldn't even finish it. She had part of a wax on me that she was like finishing tearing off. She was like, okay, I have a little bit to go. And for some reason my hair would not rip up, and I was just in so much pain because she had to keep tugging and it wouldn't come out. Where she was like, I'm just going to press a warm washcloth against this, like it's gonna get a little bit of it off. I don't even know how to explain what I looked like. It was the worst sight I had ever seen. Oh my god, I just never want to go through this experience ever again. Days after I got my wax done, I couldn't walk. I started getting really bad ingrown hairs, which I had never gotten before in my life. I normally shave and have never gotten an ingrown hair, and right after I got all that waxing done, I started getting really bad ingrown hairs. Like when I tell you, it was just like patches. It was so bad. Tori, on the other hand, she's doing great. She gets them done regularly. She loves it. Part of her, you know, like beauty routine that she does every so often. You know, I don't. Nope. They told me that the pain wouldn't be as bad if I kept getting this done. Like, I probably would get to the point where I barely even felt it, and that's the point where Tori is now a couple years later. She doesn't even feel anything. But anyways, yeah, that's my fun, very personal story time that I don't really know why I wanted to put on the internet, but here you go. Here is my life for you. I'm going to go ahead and end this video because the sun is rapidly going down, and I can tell that in this room, like the shadows are really starting to show now. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to join the family, you can click that subscribe button also. I love you guys so much, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye! 'Cause you know that I'm